So it's not too long after Easter, and what do you know? We have candy. Specifically, Peeps. Heaps of Peeps. A few too many Peeps to keep track of. So how do we keep track of my newly acquired heaps of Peeps? Well, the same way any aspiring computer science major does. With the help of a heap of heaps of Peeps, of course. Okay, cut the music. Time for the real stuff. Well, what is a heap? Specifically, a binary heap. We aren't talking about the heaping pile of clothes in the corner of my room here. A heap is a binary tree that follows the heap property, which is to have all the child nodes be either larger or smaller than their parent, depending on if it's a max heap or a minimum heap. How do we construct our heap then? Our heaping heap of heaps of Peeps. First we take a heap of Peeps and add it to the heap. This is the first node in our heap of heaps of Peeps. For this example, let's use a minimum heap, a heap with the smallest values at the top. We don't want to squish any Peeps now, do we? After that first node, we add each new heap of Peeps node to the heap by adding it in the leftmost position at the bottom layer of our heap. But we have to check if the new node would upset the careful balance of the heap. We need to check if the parent node is larger than the new node you've just added. If it is, then swap the two. Repeat the process until the new node is smaller than its parent. Well, now that this works, what if you want to remove a node from the heap? For example, let's say one of my sisters took one of my precious packs of Peeps off the top. Well, the only node you can really remove would be the one at the top of the heap anyways, the smallest heap of Peeps. We need to replace it with something, so why not use the last heap of Peeps node in the We put that one on top, and of course, there's a problem again. The new Peep peak could be out of place, so we need to fix that right away. To do so, we need to swap it with any child nodes that are smaller. If both child nodes are smaller, swap it with the smaller of the two. Repeat this process until both child nodes are larger than the one we are moving. And thus, the perfectly heaped heap of heaps of Peeps was born. And promptly devoured by my sisters. At least they left the Skittles. Or some of them. Or only the red ones. Maybe there's some still on sale.